Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Bob, Trade Genius, the 4th of April, and we had a really interesting day in the market. So, the price of oil was higher, but most of the oil drillers were down. The uranium stocks were down. The coal stocks were down. Not sure if it's a trying to get a hit on this, waiting for it to go higher. I'll show you oil here in a little bit, but I think oil's ready to cycle up again and may hit support. And so I think all of the energy stocks are going to move higher. And I'm going to talk about a few more energy categories today. I think the whole complex is moving up now. So I think that's where the money is. And related to that is obviously cobalt and nickel and lithium. So I think if you stick there on the long side, I think you're going to be rewarded over time. In addition to that, I wanted to start off though talk about a little geopolitics here with so you got DWAC that got actually whacked today, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and it kind of broke down. So now, if you look back on there, the next area that I would look at potential support can go all the way down to 47.57 area. So don't be too upset if that happens to you because this is a startup and it needs to they need to start getting traction here. They're slow to get their members online, and I think they're slow about getting content on there too. A little bit chicken and egg, but we're going to be coming into the political season, so any push down on DWAC will probably be a good buying area. I own a little bit. I ran this thing up a couple times from basically 60 to 90, and I'm ready to do it again, and I'll add to my position. What I have now is just 100 shares, and that's what I've been trading in and out of. And so I had a couple, $4,000 moves, and I'm in the position now where I bought again at 60. So um, I bought on this low here when we hit in this area here. So that's the candle I bought on, and so now I'm sitting on it. I didn't feel like trading it out. I'm looking for a bigger play, so I'll probably add to it. But just FYI on my position with DWAC, and this is why is because there's a new sheriff that showed up in town, and it's called Elon Musk, and he was telegraphing this thing for a couple weeks now that he was probably going to do something, but he didn't really indicate that he was going to buy Twitter. He was indicating that maybe he was going to compete. But he's now the largest shareholder of Twitter, and so it'll be interesting to see how he, takes advantage of that purchase, or maybe he already got out. So he bought way back here on the 14th, 15th at very low prices. So he's already almost doubled his money. And knowing this guy, he did it with Bitcoin where he where he bought and made a big statement, and then he sold into his announcement. So don't be surprised if he does it again. And but it's going to be interesting to see if he does try to exact any change out of Twitter, and should make for an interesting political season. So having said that, what I want to do is go over a few charts here, and I'm going to start off with the SunPower, which is the um, I guess in the solar energy space. And so this is a nice stock. So it had its first pop when it came over the right here the Heiken, and then now it's coming up on the this is the moving VWAP, and now it's coming up over the 144. So this is very interesting, and the next for it to pass is the Heiken. You can't see the Heiken here. It's a derived number I have. Don't I have the ability on this chart to place it in there, but right here it should be crossing over soon. And if it does, I'm looking for it to run back up into this resistance areas here. Maybe you can even get all the way up to $34. So keep in mind now they break out. Sometimes they tend to push back down into these lines here and then take off. So make sure if you put a stop in, you should have your stop down here, you know, below the moving VWAP. Okay. The other one I want to talk to you about is in the hydrogen space, and so we have Ballard Power Systems coming up onto its 144. So it's something to keep an eye on. I wouldn't necessarily be a buyer here, but I'm a watcher here. But also Fuel Cell, which is kind of the same thing, is doing the same thing. So just watch these stocks because if they start breaking out, that's just another energy name that's going to make a move here. And there is one more in here. I don't know the name of it, so I got to find it. And this is my watch list once again. This is stocks that have volume in the top, basically one quarter of the market for the day, and had also higher than $6, and then in addition to that, volume today was higher than volume yesterday. And then ideally for me, I like this either be breaking out over its Heiken or breaking out over its 144. So those are the things I'm looking at and tracking. And I like to see the price today was higher than the price 2 days ago. So that gives me maybe a swing characteristic as well. So I'm going to blast through these real fast, and I'll find the one I like. Don't remember it off the top of my head, but I think this is it right here. Yeah, that was fast. It's Sunrun, and I'm outside my backyard doing this podcast. I got a kid around the neighborhood that just found that he has a glass pack for his muffler, and he's trying to share it with the whole neighborhood. So just youth of our day. But Sunrun is also a solar energy stock. Broke over its moving VWAP. It's coming up on its 144, but it also broke up over its Heiken. And so this is very interesting to me. And so I'm watching this space here with interest. And people don't know my background. I used to own a solar energy company for 14 years. We kind of shut it down in 2018, and but we ran it from 26 to and through 2018. So I guess 13 years we've had it. And it was a great run, but it became a commodity and not so much fun. The utilities were getting in the way of us, and so always looking for new opportunities. So I'll let you know when I find my next one. You can't have just one thing you bring the bills in with you. You always have to look for what's coming next. And we're drowning in a sea of opportunity out there, even though the administration is doing their level best to screw the whole world up, which we could talk about that too. And the other thing too with that is Germany is going to go coal if they don't have enough gas. So I know like BTU got kind of whacked a little bit today, but that chart looks awesome. It looks like a cup and handle to me. So 20 to 26, take us over to 32. I can live with that, and I think there's Arch Coal too. Um, is looking decent. So needs to push up a little bit higher. And then there's Consol Energy. Let's see if I can spell it right here. Consol Energy. CIX is looking pretty good too. So keep an eye on the coal stocks. There's plenty of stocks for you to chase. Now I'm going to zip over into and look at oil here real fast. Let's see here. Let me go over here. And there's fuel cell, but I want to bring up oil here. Okay, so here's light crude. Okay, look at this is this is support. It's been holding really well. I've had this chart for a long time. So look at that. And look at this wedge coming down here. And so if it breaks through, we're going back up to the measurement would be this is a ascending triangle. Usually these break down, but if they break down, we're going down to 85. But if it breaks up, we're going to come back and test the 116 area, or we're going to test this area right here at 125, 127 area. So just keep in mind, but we're cycling up. So the This was strong support, and we're about ready to go ahead and recapture the moving VWAP 21. And if we do that, then I think they're going to try to make it another assault higher. I just don't think they're going to get their act together on this energy thing. Administration's starting to freak out a little bit, saying, "Hey, we'll take sanctions off if Russia complies," because the whole blow the ruble up thing backfired on them. And now you have 4 or 5 countries in Europe having no problem whatsoever buying oil with rubles or gas rubles from Russia. You look at Hungary, number one, Latvia, number two. Those are 2 countries that have already agreed to do it, and more will follow. I think Romania as well, but no, I'm sorry, it's Slovakia, not Romania, has also agreed to pay in rubles as well. So I think they're going to make it very difficult on these sanctions with Russia, and it's going to become problematic for them. So anyway, this is what I want to share today. So if you like what we do, definitely hit subscribe, hit like, so we can we move this podcast forward and get more people interested in. I hope I'm giving you trades that you guys can make money off of. And if you like what we do and you want to support our business, you can always sign up for one of our bundles and trade with us. We'll teach you how to trade. We'll teach you how to trade the right way, and hopefully make you some good money and but teach you some lifelong lessons. Thanks, you guys. Have a great night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.